Hey, this is Malachi. Church versus State, the artist won. You know the story. I want to talk about this little coin here that has an American president on it. But is it being signed that way, or is it being signed as I am the one who did this in Trump? It doesn't say president. There's nowhere in here it even has any inkling of support from the United States. But I want you to remember that when Trump first got into office, that he went to the United Emirates and he put his hand on this little round ball thing. Remember that? You might want to go and review that, because that tells the story that builds up to this story. So, we all know the saying, for when they cry peace and prosperity or safety, sudden destruction happens. So here's the thing with this. There's so many things that are here. You got, that one. There's one commandment that God said, "Thou shalt not have any graven images of likeness of heaven and the earth and of the sea." And even Jesus was talking about who was on the coin and whose face is on the coin. Well, there's no face on this coin, but there is a signature. And they're explaining their whole process through here with their little words and stuff or what have you. And of course, there's the little, I don't know if that's a water lily or what it is. It's very hard to see exactly what that is, but I'm pretty sure there's no form of aspects towards Christianity in there. But basically, it looks to me as if this coin is a digital currency going into digital currency. Man, there's so much symbolism in here. It's just pathetic, and I don't like those videos that get too caught up into that, because this is showing, and they're showing, that this is Satan's world. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm not seeing the very top, the binary code, the gears. This, in my opinion, the palm tree is from the Deuteronomy. And the south, and the plain of the valley of Jericho, and the city of the palm trees unto Zor. Right? Because I don't know who Zor is. So let me do some looking up on the fly. And Zor meaning, Zor in the Bible. There we go. Let's try that. Along Sodom and Gomorrah. Perfect location. It would be... It was Lot's plea as his place of refuge. I'll look a little more into that. I'm going to get to the other side. Here's the other side of the coin. The Abraham Accord. So we have Israel. There's no sign of America here. If you look at this picture, no America. There's no cross. There's no nothing, which is good. Keep Jesus out of this stuff. I'm pretty sure he's happy, and God's not too pleased, because they don't even reference him as being king of this earth. They reference, who they reference. Obviously, we all know who that is. But here they put the United States, our symbol of our eagle, and then you have Trump's name, but no president or nothing. It's like, it's very interesting. Abraham Accord, which is very interesting, because they're trying to connect Abraham and Ishmael is what they're doing, instead of and with the Isaac thing too, right? Which is it's baffling to me that people just don't they don't understand jack. It's just total stupidity. But obviously, it's wonderful that we have a mosque here, or whatever. We have all the remnants of all the things that have been built by United Emirates, which mostly is Muslim. And I always like how they say that they came from Ishmael's side. And some did, but some did not. God said he would keep his faith with her. And there's many. This is kind of like the whole issue with there's no even reference to America here or reference to our cross except here and a name of somebody who gave permission to, and I guess that's why he didn't say President Trump, because he knew he didn't really have the backing, full backing of the people of the United States, and he would have to ask some sort of permission. But this is just, it's just amazing to me. It's up on top. You have the dove, right? That goes back to Noah. And then you have Saturn. Wow, they end it with Saturn. They're just saying exactly what they are. September 15th, President Donald J. Trump will host the signing of the Abraham Accord, groundbreaking Middle East. So they say President Donald J. Trump, but on here it just says Donald J. Trump, right? Peace treaty effectively normalizing relations between Israel and the United Arab Emirates. In the signing of the accord, the United UAE joined Egypt and Jordan as the only Arab nations to make peace with Israel. May open a new era of fellow Gulf nations. Anyways, I'm about to die because I'm having to read this crap. Basically, they're I'm pretty sure they got a crap ton of money, taxpayers' money, your children's money, that they continue to put on the back of your children. And he shall judge among the nations, and they shall beat their swords into plows, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nations shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. Isaiah 2:4. You know, it's always a good thing, and I'm going to do this on the fly. It's always a good thing to read more than what it is. So let's go to Isaiah 2:4. Let's find a King James version. And I hate it when they only give you the Isaiah 2. Let's go Isaiah 2. So, the son of Amos concerning Judah and Jerusalem, it shall come to pass in the last days, and the mountains of the Lord shall be, the Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills. And many shall go saying, Ye come, let us go down the mountain of the Lord unto the house of God and Jacob. He shall teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. Out of Zion shall go forth the law, the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So, and then this is what that says. The house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord. This is interesting. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines. And they please themselves in the children of strangers. Interesting. Because I think the people who are making a lot of this stuff are really these people right here. So, their land is also full of silver and gold, and neither is there any end to their treasures. And their land is also full of horses, neither is there any end to their chariots. And that land is also full of idols, and they worship the work of their own hands, which their own fingers have made. And 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 the mean men bow down, and the great men humble themselves. Therefore forgive them not. Well, I think, in my opinion, it's very interesting how they choose certain things, but they forget to. They end here. They chose this to here, but really, who the people are from 6 and below. Just to let you know. So we find out who exactly they are by reading just a little more. And this is the guy who designed the coin. Aaron Shivo, I guess. Born in Hungary. Looks like his parents, Shiva was 2 years old when he returned from the camps. I guess he was in one of the camps. Former studies, learned the Hebrew alphabet. I'll leave this. I'll leave this here for you to read. He was from the Bank of Israel. I think this picture is making him look a little younger than what he probably really is. I think he's a little older than that picture there, to be honest with you. Bank of Israel, well, he's been a part of the banking industry. Must be the reason why he wants it all to go digital. He wants his work to be the last work you see on a coin. Yep. And it looks like he is of a religion called Judaism. I wouldn't call him a Jew. I would call him a religious studier of Judaism. But anyways, I like how what they've done is they've taken all the good works of the good people of the United States and said, you're a part of this, but we're not going to have you on anything. We're going to put his name on there. So screw you, people that of America who paid for all this stuff. You know, you paid for all of it. Your children, yes. Just let you know. Tax dollars, fly back and forth, send people. We probably even paid to have this stupid thing designed. All the give glory to their God right up here, Saturn, which is Satan, which the rings will deplete and he'll be brought forth to this earth. And no, Trump is not the Antichrist. Sorry, he is an Antichrist figure. He will probably maybe play a role in it. I don't know. Who knows? This is all I can say about things. So just be very careful. And God's shown this to us through his word, if you're still with me. God has shown us through his word that you can have 12 people and one deceiver. There was he had 12 disciples and one whose name was what was his name? I don't know. You probably know who his name was, right? Anyways, that was a representation of a tribe of Israel, by the way. Just to let you know. But let that sink in. Anyways, so he had 12 disciples. And he, even out of the 12, knew he had a deceiver there. But he was still there. He was always there up until the very end, because he was the one that was needed to give the Judas kiss, right, to Christ for him to be taken away, right? And the same thing applies with 12 children. They were the children of Abraham. And they were technically 10 because Benjamin was too young. But out of 12 children, there was only one good one. So out of 12 so-called good ones, or 11 good ones, there was one bad one out of the 12. Out of the 12, There was only one good one. You get what I'm saying? You see how it's a reverse? It was the butterfly effect. So, I always know that God's in control and hesitant to say too many things and make too many crazy condemnments, because I don't know who the one is amongst the 12 here. You get what I'm saying? So, know God's in control. You already know who they're worshiping by what they put here at the end. And if you could see what they have on the bottom, you'd probably know who they're worshiping down here. So, I bet you there's an aspect of the dragon amongst that little flower if you do a study. And the whole thing. The whole thing is the dragon. Right? You have kind of a top. I don't want to be like that Click guy, or what's that guy's name? But there's a picture in here. All this kind of crap. Oh, there's an alien right here. See the head? See the head's around, and he's down, and his knees are up, and his feet, and that's an alien head right there. Yeah. And these are the stars. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 stars. So, anyways, and then there are these 2 ball thingies, and those represent the globe Earth. Yeah, there's a lot of symbolism. There's the 5G thing. There's it's complete control and all giving power to Satan, because that's who they worship. Of course, they have how many stars? They got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, the same 9 that they got down here. So, there you go, people. And this is all really about going after any country. Well, Iran. Iran's always been a big holdout. And to be honest with you, Iran, I believe the Ark of the Covenant is in Iran. Just saying. I believe there's many relics that these people need to bring forth their king. And they all do ceremonial type things. They all bring certain things to those ceremonies. So, and they're all trying to find, like, what was that guy's, the movie Spielberg did with, what's his face? God, and now I forget it. Anyway, he went out and he found the Ark of the Covenant, and then they opened it up and then he closed his eyes and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, you guys all know it before I can even think about it. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. And so they'll go into Iran. They'll invade Syria, because Syria has Damascus, which is one of the oldest cities in the world. And that's where a lot of the remnants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob went to. They were there. Of course, they've been thrown out in so many different areas. And I guess you can buy it for $150. So I'm pretty sure we all paid for this, but now we'll have to buy it again. So, and is it? Let's see, what is it made out of? Silver? What's it made out of? Those who bless Israel will be blessed. Yeah. It was talking about the children of Israel, and it was talking also about Jacob at the time, who became Israel. Oh. Is it made of silver or something? I guess I can click on this. I'm going to click on this, then I'm going to go. So let's see if it tells us what it is. All right, well, yeah, well, I'm just so amazed in how many people are just so they don't have any biblical knowledge whatsoever. They just keep doing what they're doing. They keep following the Pharisees. It's all about the Pharisees. Keep following them. They've been following them and following them and following them forever. Anyways, it's Malachi signing out. Church versus state. Hug your kids. Call your parents. Go see a neighbor. Repent and be baptized. See ya. I can't understand